McDonald's usually has a wide variety of characters that you would see here in these commercials. I mean, you got some recognizable ones like Birdie, Grimace, Hamburger, Ronald himself, and so much more. But around the 2000s, there was like a website that they made for Happy Meals called Mick World, which is like kind of like Club Penguin and Pop Tropical or any other online games that you would see on the PC here, and this is McDonald's version of it. Well, since that place no longer exists after February 7th, 2014, and there was like one character that I would like to talk about, which is one of the characters that was in Mick World. It had its own game, but since the game is now gone now, and basically Mick World entirely is now gone for good, which is kind of sad to be honest. But anyways, here we have a huge character that we got here that I'm pretty sure some of you will recognize. Even I talked about it like almost a year ago, but who cares? Anyways, this right here will be talking about that one specific character, and that character is Yummivore. Well, to give you the premise of what Yummivore is, it's not what you think, but let me explain. Yummivore is some kind of greenish, weird head face thing that eats nothing but fruits and vegetables, but when you eat it, it actually turns into it. Kind of like when your parents told you not to eat the same thing over and over again, you'll suddenly turn into it. Now it's kind of like this, but in reality, in a music video. Kind of like Kirby, but that doesn't count. So anyways, the only reason why I brought this up, since that music video you somehow randomly saw on YouTube, if you somehow found the name and remember it, there's actually like two versions of this song, and since this character was made for the game, because they had for the Mick World, and because they had a game of it, and that game is now lost media since there's only one photo of it, and then there's no footage of the game existed. There is there is a soundtrack of it, but it's just the instrumental version of it in a low quality version. Someone should probably remake it, but whatever. The point is, I'm trying to say, since that game was he was made for the game of it called Be a Yummivore, which I think, but judging on the photo it shows, your job objective is just eat all the food. I mean, while the music is playing in the background, and it's on one of the museum stages where he took the pineapple and it gives you the death stare. So that's basically what he basically is now lately. Oh yeah, one more thing about the two versions about it that I mentioned earlier. The one that from the music video was from an unknown rapper, because the reason why I say that is because nobody knows who it was, and that's probably just a remake of it because one of the verses was slightly changed by the way it said it. But the one that I'm pretty sure you all remember, which is partially lost, is from a rapper named Brandon Michael Smith, which to be honest, you should recognize him in a few places, but for me, not really. From besides Disney Channel, but that's a different story. But for me, I'm gonna have to say here is that his version is partially lost. There's only a portion of it from SoundCloud and YouTube, but mostly not the whole thing. So as of 2022, no one has found the full Brandon Michael Smith Yummivore version. Well, we have the music video version that we have recently. So the only thing I can say now is, does Brandon remember it? Does he still have it? Or if not, can he at least try to re-record the whole song again? I mean, he has a Twitter, so I'm pretty sure anybody can actually DM him and maybe try to actually contact him about the song, and then maybe his memory could pop up, or if he remembers it or not. So far, that's all we have for the partial recording. So here's some unrelated history relate to Mick World, because they did mention that they're closing on February 7th, 2014, all because of a feature they had on the McPlay app called McPlay Power. And it's just some scanning thing. You scan in and your toy, and then it's just you play games on it. That's simple as that. But the reason why I bring this up, because everything, including Yummivore, which is the game specifically, vanished for good. Which means you can't play the game anymore, and that means everything is gone afterwards. The game is still there back then, but after the remodeling of the whole website after around 2015 with the happy characters, the one that everybody hates, except for me because I got used to them and other countries do, but not in America. But that's not the point. The point is, after that remodeling thing, Yummivore has officially been dead, and afterwards, McDonald's never mentioned it again, which means the private video thing, they privated the music video, and then these only 2 tweets related to Yummivore are still there, but then afterwards, they never mentioned it again, and mostly never will, because that thing is a thing of the past. It's time to move on, which for me, yep, it ended up becoming lost afterwards until 2020 when someone mentioned it on the Lost Media Wiki on Reddit, until like a few weeks later, and whatever the date it happened, somebody uploaded the video, and then now it's been found. Not the other one, the one that we mentioned in the music video, not the Brandon one. Okay, that one's still lost if you were not to know that. So, in conclusion, Yummivore is a very, very interesting character that McDonald's has created. I mean that, in my best of knowledge, he sounds like he would belong in Mick World as one of a standalone game, for me to be honest, but to be honest, I would say he has more of a legacy because of his uniqueness compared to the other McDonald's characters that you would all recognize. But for me, to say the least, that the one I would have grew up besides Ronald McDonald and that happy guy is mostly those farm boys. I mean, Yummivore was there during the time, but mostly now these guys are forgotten. Now Yummivore is forgotten. And now Happy exists for no reason. Now McDonaldland is mostly remembered for now. Mostly our childhoods from now on. But Yummivore needs to have the same legacy as what they have from now on, because mostly people remember him nowadays, lately. Because now I made a video related to it last year. And then there was also, the video was brought back in Lost Media. And then there was even Brandon that also did it, which is still lost. And he's on Cameo. So maybe, again, try to actually pay money for him to sing the song, the whole thing, if anyone is actually willing to do it. If anybody does that, let me know, and probably send me a video, or probably do an update related to it, but that's not the point. So anyways, I think we should just end this video, since Yummivore will be a memory that we'll have from now on, and that will be one of the most forgotten McDonald's characters that McDonald's has created, and mostly the best one they created for a while, since the McDonaldland characters. I love them. This guys. Those are good times. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Comment, dislike, unsubscribe, and then I'll see you all later. Bye!